Hey everyone, my cards are finally back from CCG. CCG is a local Chinese grading company for those of you that don't know. So if you're looking at buying Chinese cards online, chances are it will be graded by them. If not, then it's probably Get Graded if you're in the UK. I think it's Manor Grading if you're in the US and MNT if you're in Canada. Um, but yeah, so from me, you'll see CCG, and if I'm grading them in the UK, Get Graded. From what I know, PSA doesn't do them anymore, and BGS is a question mark. I'll check that when I get back to the UK. But having said that, PSA does actually grade some Chinese cards, like the Card Fund Disney boxes that I've posted on my community channel. PSA do actually grade those. But anyways, we're not here for PSA. We're here to see CCG cards. Now, I will just tell you in advance, there's actually no Naruto cards in this. Now, this is because I had already taken my Naruto cards back to the UK, and then I found out how to grade with CCG here. So it's mainly Digimon and some Three Kingdoms promo. Right. So this is the first one that I opened, and this one was in a separate envelope, and I thought it was going to be accessories, but it just turned out to be the whole card itself. So let's just talk through this. So it's got all the subgrades that you can see on the top right, and then you get an overall score just as standard. The long digits or the long number here is actually the cert number, so you can look up the details of this. I don't actually know how to look it up based on the number, but there is a code on the back that I'm going to show you. Right. So over here you have two codes. The first code, let me just try and focus. There we go. The first code will take you to their store. So that's where you would do the checkout and all the set list to send it for grading. The second one over here, if you scan that with WeChat, it will take you to a page that will show you the details of my card, the grades, and the population. So I tested it before I started recording, and this one has only 3 cards graded, 2 of them at 9.5 and 1 at 9. So this is pop 1 of 2 for those of you that love pop reports. Right. CCG grading sent these sleeves for the slabs, but I'm not going to sleeve them on the video because that's just going to add so much time. So I'm just going to do that after this video. The other thing I want to mention is the cards inside the box, inside the case are sleeved, but they're not sleeved in your usual penny sleeves. So if you look at the back, it's more clear. You see this line over here? That's the flap. And then the flap goes all the way to the end. So it's covered on all sides. So in terms of protection, it's good. But if in terms of looks, it's not the best looking. But I don't know how many people have a display made of the back and the front of graded cards. Usually it's just the front. So you should be fine. But I mean, if you have enough graded cards, what you could do is make like a divider or a pseudo wall with just slabs. So on one side you've got the front and then on the other side you've got the back. But I don't know who's going to do that. I certainly won't. But anyways, we shall move on. This, by the way, is Omnimon. This artwork is the same as the ultra rare, but this is the lenticular hollow instead. So what I'll do is I'll put the names in English on screen for the rest of the cards that I open. Right, so we have a Lilymon Ultra Rare, grade 9. So this one's been docked on the surface. And yeah, so basically, I wasn't sure if it was worth grading or not. So what I did was I purchased this to help me determine whether I will grade or not. But then when I got to the actual grading, I realized that it only cost £3 per card. And because they're all booster fresh and with my eyes I can see there's no damage except for one card, but I'll talk about that in the future. With my eyes I can't see any damage. I just thought, you know what, for £3 send it in. Most likely I'm going to get 9s anyways. and then I can cross grade them in the future or just sell them as is. Either way, for me it just made no sense not to grade at £3. So if you want to check the pop, you can go ahead and scan. Maybe what I'll do is I'll just if you want me to post the QR codes, I'll post all the QR codes separately, and then you could just go scan and check the population reports. Right. So here we have a TGR, so static, so like bags are like stuck to my gloves. So we have a TGR. So those are see-through transparent cards. You can see like my hand straight through them. So this one's got 10 on everything except for the surface. So again, it's the surface that's letting the cards down. With the HR, I kind of expected it, to be honest, because the lenticular hollow just looks like it can get damaged. And if you've ever held one of these transparent cards, you'll know how fragile they are. They're like very thin. So I'm not surprised like the surface can easily get damaged as well. But I mean 9.5 isn't actually damaged surface, it's very good. It's just not perfect. That's all. So yeah, that was my first 10 so far. So yeah, that's 1 out of 3. Not bad so far. If I get anything less than a 9, I'll be upset, if I'm being honest. So another TGR and another 10. And again, surface 9.5. So I don't know what they're grading it down on because I can't actually see anything. So I don't know. Maybe they're just being extra harsh because they don't want to give out a perfect 10. So for those of you that have been watching my shorts, you know that I'm on the hunt for the alternate art Angel Woman. And so far I've found one. Funny thing is, when I was watching Digimon as a kid, my favorite Digimon was actually Angelmon and Magna Angelmon. But then as I got older, I'm like, yeah, nah, Angel Woman is where it's at. But a lot of the artwork is actually repurposed from a lot of the Japanese sets. So if you've seen this before, that's probably where. And this is also the artwork for the SSR in the Kayou set. So again, it's the surface that's let me down. So the surface for this one is 9, making the overall score 9.5. Whereas the others, it was 9.5, so the overall grade, they gave me a 10. Okay, so I was just checking if I had sequential grading for 10 scores, but I don't. Personally, I'm not too fussed about it, but I know some people collect sequential cert numbers, but for me, it's not an issue. So we have another Angel Woman, and this one again has been knocked down on surface down to 8.5. Corners and edges 9.5. Let me see. I mean, I see a little bit of whitening on the edges, but not a lot. But again, with the surface, I don't see much. But you know the Chase Angel Woman from the vending machines? On the back, I didn't show you that on the video, but on the back, there's like a massive dent. So when I grade that card I imagine will be less than 9. But because it's the only copy I have, I will still grade it, just so I have a copy for myself. SP Garurumon. And we have a 9.5. So everything got 9.5 and centering got a 10. So it's alright, it's good. What would you do if you had this card personally? Would you keep it with CCG 9.5, or would you try to cross grade it with one of the big 3 when they restart grading Digimon? Let me know down in the comments below. Like, I have purchased a lot of CCG graded cards and CCGA graded cards from Chinese local markets, or Chinese online markets, I should say, not local. And I don't mind them. Would you purchase these basically? Or would you only stick to Western graded companies? Let me know down in the comments below. And this one, just like the others, 9.5 on the surface, making it a 10 overall. I'm not sure if a perfect 10 gets a different label or anything special, because I haven't seen a perfect 10. I haven't been buying perfect 10s, they're just too pricey. For me, it just makes sense to buy 9.5 and 10. The price difference here in China between 9.5 and 10 is quite heavy, so I've been sticking to 9.5s and 9 mainly. So here we have an Ikakumon, and it got 9.5 on corners and edges. Then on the back it looks fine as well. Just going to quickly run through the grades because I have 41 cards to go through. Another 10, and again 9.5 on surface, otherwise everything else is good. Actually, I don't think I'm going to sleeve the cases up because when I sleeve them up it's harder to stack, whereas right now they're not. No, but I'm bringing them to Europe, so I need to add more protection. No, I will sleeve them. So this one's also got a 10, surface 9.5 again. This seems to be the thing with the TGRs. Surface is always 9.5, just never perfect. But to be honest, I don't actually know what they're full or what. Like, I know what the criteria is for grading. It's the same as every other company. But I don't know how harsh they are and what their rules are for knocking down points. Because most of their app is in Chinese. Or all of the app is in Chinese. So, yeah. Another 10, Togemon. If anyone is actually interested in grading with CCG, let me know and I can make a video showing you how. The only problem is that I asked them if they could grade and send it back to me in Europe, and they said they can only grade and send to mainland China. So because of that, I think most of you watching, it's not going to be useful to you. So hence I didn't start this video explaining how. So Angemon SP 9.5. So corners got a 9, and I can see whitening on the top right ever so slightly. Don't know if you can show you on the camera here. There's like a white speck on the corner. So that took it down. And then edges are 9.5, centering and surface are 10. It's quite nice. Now, one thing I gotta say is Kayou, stop doing Digimon dirty, please. We've seen you make great cards with Naruto, and the hollow foil pattern is like magnificent. But if you compare Digimon cards to Naruto cards, it's like Kayou is skimping out and just not putting in the effort with all the foil patterns like they do with Naruto. 9.5, so centering got a 10, everything else is a 9.5. Like if they did Digimon the way they do Naruto, I'd be loving them, you know? And I'm pretty sure the rest of the world would love them too. Another Diaboromon, I think it's Diaboromon, I'll have to double check, but I'll put the correct name up on the video. This one got 9 on the surface, centering 10, and the other two 9.5. Another 9.5. Again, surface down to 9 on this one, corners 9.5. It seems to be like the older ones that are getting the lower grades. Oh no, that's not true because the Togemon was from the first set and that got a 10. So it's just random, very random right now. So here, 9.5. This one got 10 on everything except surface, and damn it, so close, could have got a 10. I want a perfect 10. I tried my best not to see anything in advance, so I didn't spoil it for myself. So I don't know if I have a perfect 10 or not. Gatomon, SP, so 9.5. So SP I believe is the rarest in the Digimon set. I think this one's also an SP. Oh, I should have mentioned it on the other character ones. So I'll mention it on the next two. So this is an SP as well with the character and the starter, right? On the back, what you have is a jigsaw piece. So you put them together and it's supposed to make one nice little picture with 9 of them. But I don't think I have all 9. And the Japanese set did something similar. The old Japanese set in the 90s. I forgot what it was called, but they have that as well. On the front, they have the card, and on the back, it's like a pattern or a picture. And then you connect all the cards together to make a complete picture. If I do manage to get all 9, I will post a complete picture of it. But until then, probably you're going to have a long wait. Because most of my Digimon boxes are actually in the UK. I took them all back in March. So this one got 8.5 on the surface. And I actually cannot see any scratches on the surface. Or on the back. So I don't know why it's being graded down. Well, must be some sort of fine print lines that I couldn't see. Okay, so this one is quite special. So this is a promo card. And to get this promo card, you had to go to the Digimon exhibition that happened in Shanghai. And this was before COVID. And I actually didn't go. I wasn't in China then. But I managed to find this online and I bought 1 copy. I was going to buy loads. But because I'm coming back to the UK, I kind of need to save money, to be honest. So I didn't mass buy. But yeah, this is one hard thing to get. Promo 1, can't even find it anywhere. And apparently there's a promo 4 floating around, but even the staff don't know where to get it from or how. So, I mean, that's one thing about Kayou. They do so much promotional activities and promotional cards, but then there's no clear guidance or information on how to get each one. So this is promo 3 that you saw me get from the folder in my shorts. So got a 9.5. This one's corners are 9, and I'm not surprised. It was just sitting inside the folder, just inside one of the slots. No sleeves, nothing. Imperial Dramon, and this one's a 9. Surface got 8.5, so that took it down drastically. But I think this would be a good card to have in a 10 because it is a very popular Pokemon. I said Pokemon. It's a very popular Digimon with those that started with Adventure 2. So I just got distracted by the stack of graded cards. Like, this is the first time I've had so many graded cards together, and stacking them up does look super duper nice. So this is Lady Devimon, and this one got knocked down on the corners down to 8.5. And what I'm noticing is, if you look at it from a certain angle, do you see the white on top of the case? It's almost like it's been damaged on the inside during the sealing process. So it's not just perfectly clear. It's like there's some stress that's been applied to it and then made it transform white. Or maybe it's where they used the glue. I don't know. But yeah, it's a little bit disappointing, but it's not the end of the world. The purpose of grading these cards was twofold. First, protection, so I can bring them back and ship them over and not worry too much about the cards getting damaged. Metal Garurumon, ultra rare. The second purpose is if I do get perfect 10s, for example, and BGS starts grading again, I have sort of pre-grades already, and I've got it protected, so I can send it for cross-grading to BGS. So like, I would send to BGS if I had perfect 10s, because try and get that black label, why not? And PSA for the others, assuming PSA UK does actually happen, because they announced it a while back, but I haven't seen anything since that announcement. So it's a shame. This is the Jan Fei promo of the one I got from the boxes that I purchased. Now here you can see that there's different artwork for the label and it's to match what's being done here. And they have these new cases. You have to pay extra, where not just the label, but the entire case and then a frame comes with it to match the artwork. And it's just so nicely done. It's unbelievable. If you like scan this code, go to their app, and then you can scroll and you can find it and you can see the example. One of them is Lily, the waifu card that everyone's dying for, and then the other one's Guan Yu. And both of them in the example look really good. So on this one, you probably can't see it, but the surface is 9.5. Everything else is a 10. So this one was also super close to getting a perfect 10. I feel like that's going to be the story of my life. Being very close to getting a perfect 10, but never getting a perfect 10. Shame. I think this is one of the variations of Shaitmon from Digimon Cross Wars. Oh yeah, it says it here, X5S. So Cross 5. Corners and edges had 9.5, other two are 10. And the back is just the basic Digimon. Well, I forgot the name of this Digimon, but I believe it's the one where you merge the angels, so Magna Angemon, and one of the devil ones, I think Venomyotismon. I could be wrong. But yeah. Again, corners 9.5, everything else a 10. So still no perfect 10. So close. So close. I don't know what to say. I mean, normally you're happy you got a 10. But when you're so close to a perfect 10, it just kind of feels a little bit sad, So we have a Metal Garurumon, another one. But I think this is a different artwork. And for this one, I've got corners and edges 9, centering surface 10. So overall, they gave me a 9. I mean, some would say average is 9.5. So, guys, give me a 9.5 on that. What's wrong with you? Right, so the second Janfei promo I got, 9 on this one. Surface was knocked down to 8.5. I'm not surprised, because usually what I do is if I get a promo in the store, I ask them to give me the whole stack and I look through it and I try to pick out the nicest one. So the 10 you saw before, that was the nicest one I could find. And this was the next best one, but it wasn't perfect, so I'm not surprised. Because they just leave the promo cards unprotected in a stack in the drawer. It's just all shuffling around, getting scratched and getting dinged on the edges. Devimon, 9.5. Still no perfect 10. Do you think I'm going to perfect 10? I'm going to get a perfect 10, sorry. If you do, leave a comment down below saying when am I going to get it, because I only have like 6 cards left. War Greymon, 9.5. You could even comment down never if you want to break my heart, but hopefully I will get a perfect 10 before I leave China, because I have like over 70 cards waiting to be graded, and now that I've got these back, I will send the others out. So this one got 9.5 on the surface. Story with TGR, all of them got a 9.5 on the surface. None of them got a perfect 10. Okay, so this pile is just all TGR, so let's just go through all the TGR. Again, 10, 9.5 on the surface. Like, did they just decide that, oh my god, this guy sends so many cards, let's just give him 9.5 on all the surfaces and leave it at that? Okay, or 9s in this case, so they knocked me down to 9 on this one. And then 10 on everything else. So I think that's it for TGRs. My god, I'm going to have to take a picture of my stack of 41 cards. It really looks nice from the side. It's just like a stack of crystal slabs. This is the same War Greymon as the other one, 9.5. So the ones that are dupes, when I do come back to Europe, I will start listing them on my website. But for now, my website's pretty much useless and dead, because I haven't updated it since I left to China. So I need to actually go back and change the stock on those. 9.5 for Myotismon. Another Myotismon, 9.5. I believe it's Myotismon. And then Venom Myotismon is massive with red legs. if I remember the anime correct, but I could be wrong. War Greymon, 9. So we've got 10, 10, and then corners and edges 9. Right. So that's all 41 cards from me. Hard for me to remember now, but I believe all of them were 9 or above. I don't think I got any 8s. So again, if you want me to show you and explain how to grade with CCG, just leave a comment below. But remember, they only return ship back to mainland China, so bear that in mind. And only because of that, I'm not explaining it right now. But if someone needs me to, I'll do it. So also to mention what's coming up for the CCG grading, I sent off my 3 24k gold plated Naruto cards for grading to CCG already. And tonight I'm just going to open all of the cards I have because I can't take the boxes back to Europe. I don't have enough space. And then any mega hits I have, I will send for grading on Monday. I'm falling behind on editing my box openings. Apologies for that. But that's just going to happen because I'm super busy with the move. And I'm just trying to open as many boxes as I can to save space. But the editing will have to be done later. Thank you for watching. Please like and leave a comment just to support my channel. Subscribe and turn on the notifications so you know the next time I put up a video. Thank you. Enjoy yourselves. Till next time. Bye bye.